All right, so when someone drops off a sample kit, here's what we do. So first thing you do is you got to go onto My Vector Connect. All right, you go to My Office, you go to Sample Kits, Returns, Entry. Okay, now we just had, oh, Alice had definitely returned her kit. All right, so we had Alice return her kit. Beautiful. I didn't know I had one here. Let me just make sure none of these other ones are. Nope. Okay, so then you click add to list. Okay, and then you click that person again, and then you hit submit. All right, they make you do it twice. I don't know why. All right, so you hit submit, and then that screen shows up, and that means the kit has been sent back. Okay, now when somebody walks in with their kit, all right, you have them fill this thing out. All right, this is a sample return kit thing. All right, date, rep name. Just make sure they put their name and option. They should check option B. Okay, because they're returning the kit forever. And then you can sign it, even if you're not the manager. Just sign it. Have them sign it, and then you just give them a copy. Okay, we don't need these. Okay, this is just for, you know, if they don't know their rep number. Okay, again, if somebody walks in with a kit and I'm running training, I'm running an interview, the goal is not to, sometimes they want to give a story, sometimes they want to talk to me. Again, my energy is not going to be spent on people quitting, my energy is spent on the people on our team. So I don't really want to talk to these people. Okay, so unless, if they're turning in their kit, I've already spoken to them, unless they're like a $10,000 rep or something, in which case I'll call them and talk to them. But most of the time I've talked to them already, and they're bringing their kit in because I've told them to bring their kit back in. Right? So they fill this out, you give them a receipt, and then they go. Okay, the receipt, again, if they don't know the rep number, if they don't know their email, don't sit around and take 6 hours for them to fill this out. Just give them the paper. We don't even need the paper, as you just saw. We just put it on the computer, that's it. Okay, but you do have to check their kit. Okay, first off, ask them where their blue book is. Make sure the blue book is in there. Okay, now when they bring their blue book back, you don't have to check the blue book. Actually, let's just check the kit first, then I'll show you. Now, their kit usually comes back mangled and looking like garbage, as this kit does. Okay, I always love when they say they've done appointments and they haven't. Okay, so great. Okay, so we look at the cutting board. The cutting board's kind of dingy, so we can't use that one again. The goal is that we want to be able to use the kits again, use them over again. But what should be in a kit is a petite carver. Looks like that. That's a petite carver. It should be a table knife. All right, there should be the scissors. Big deal about the scissors being in there, because that's the one that they try to keep the most. There should be a paring knife, and there should be a trimmer. Okay, so 2 white ones, 2 brown ones, and a pair of scissors. And there should be a vegetable peeler, which I don't see in this kit. Oh, yes, I do. All right, see this with the rope? All right. And then they wonder why they can't sell, because they treat their kit like garbage. Okay, so a vegetable peeler. All right, so that's all it should be in the kit. So you just check it real quick, look in the kit, see for those things. All right, make sure they haven't, you know, those things are there. All right, so what you do with the kit, again, don't leave kits just laying around the floor. Like these kits, like don't just put them on the corner. By the way, nothing should go into my office, right? The goal is not to have anything in my office. All right, so put the used kit underneath the sink down here. All right, so that's where we're putting them for now. Okay, so clean it off as best you can, and then put it underneath the sink. All right, then you take their blue book. And again, don't leave these things laying around. So take the blue book, all right? Take their order forms, their empty order forms, anything that's, you know, their receipts and all their nonsense, things that have been written on, you know, as long as it's not an order with like your credit card information. But, you know, they leave their notes, okay? But the glossy stuff we keep, you know, they're priceless, we'll keep that. Depending on how many training manuals you have, normally I'll, you know, look at the person's handwriting. If their handwriting is really sloppy, normally what I'll do is I'll keep some of these training manuals and we put them there, and then we put them on the bottom. Okay, but no, see this makes it look like I have a lot of training manuals, because we have the Spanish training manuals in here and we don't have a lot of training manuals. All right, so yeah, so you see how some of them I've kept. All right, we only need like 2 or 3 of those. I just give those to people when they say, when they say they've lost their training manual, I give them one that's been filled out by a past rat. All right, but most of the time, just throw them in the trash. All right, so garbage. All right, take their shopping sprees out, put those back. Okay, this is what you do as soon as I bring the kid in. Get all this stuff taken care of. All right, take it apart. Okay. Back here, this is just papers. We can, now, if the papers aren't crumpled up, we can use them again, all right? This phone call sheet we can use again. All right, so anything that looks nice that we can recycle, we take it back. All right, and you take the blue book, now that it's empty, and you put it where the rest of the blue books are, and where I'm keeping blue books for right now is over here next to the filing cabinet. Make sure to put the blue books opposite, so that the binder's opposite, so one binder's on one side. See, like this, okay? So you have that one on that side, and then you have the next one on this side and that side. You don't want to keep all stacking them the same way, because then the stack gets really high, and then it angles, and then the whole thing falls over eventually. All right, so you just do it opposite, and that's it. All right, and then you put everything away. All right, don't have these things floating around. Don't have sample kits floating around. Put them away, and that's what we do.